Hello, Kayla. Saw your video a couple days ago. Wanted to make you a video response as you asked people watching to do. You were talking about films that you had seen during the last month around Christmas time and films that you had received for Christmas on disc. Same here. I've seen films recently in the theater and received a few as gifts. You mentioned that in the ones that you'd seen in the theater were J. Edgar, Hugo, The Muppets, The Descendants, and Tintin, and I've actually seen all of those, plus a few on top of that one. The Descendants I thought was fine, okay. Tintin I didn't like that much. It just didn't really stick with me at all. There weren't enough quiet moments, I guess. It just too noisy, too much going on. And when they get to the climax with two people with giant cranes bashing into each other, I had enough at that point. So no, I wasn't very crazy about that movie. The Muppets, I was kind of disappointed by. I didn't find it all that fun or funny. There were some good moments, I guess, but I couldn't tell you what they were. I saw it on Thanksgiving, actually. I took my mom to see it. I don't think she liked it that much either. We didn't have a lot to say about it afterwards. J. Edgar. J. Edgar is a movie that I like quite a bit, although I didn't like the makeup. It didn't look very good, but I was very interested in the characters and the storyline, which is ironic because that was the movie that you liked least out of them. And Hugo was a movie that I didn't like as much as I had hoped, but I did like the 3D, the way they used the 3D in that movie. It's one of the few movies that I actually go and see in 3D, and I saw Tintin in 3D as well, but that didn't make much of an impression. One thing I really liked about Hugo was that they not only converted those old silent short films into 3D, but they also converted some stock footage just from that era into 3D. It's very, very strange to see that. I'm a big Scorsese fan, but this isn't one of my favorite movies. It kind of got away from the kid in the second half of the movie, or at least towards the end, and sort of became all about this famous director who he had discovered working at the train station. He took a lot of the focus, and so I just, and there was a lot of really kind of silly coincidences and stuff like that. Wasn't big on that. Not one of my favorite Scorsese movies, but certainly fun to look at. What else have I seen lately? I just saw Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy with Gary Oldman and Colin Firth. That's a very dull movie. I wouldn't recommend it. And I was looking forward to that a lot because the director's the same guy who did the original Let the Right One In. Can't recommend that one. I saw Young Adult, which I like quite a lot. That's with Charlize Theron. That's a really good movie. Mission Impossible, I generally like that one, although I didn't like the villain as much. My favorite Mission Impossible movie is the third one, that has Philip Seymour Hoffman as the villain, and then this one is just basically a Russian guy who wants to blow up the world for not a very good reason, so they have to stop him. A well-made movie, lots of fun, but ultimately, the villain was the weak point for me. I saw both My Week with Marilyn, with Michelle Williams playing Marilyn Monroe, but before I saw that movie, I managed to rent The Prince and the Showgirl, which was the Marilyn Monroe film that they are depicting her making in the new movie. The original film with, who's Charles Lawton or something like that? No. That's not his name. He's a, well-known British actor. Anyway, he and Marilyn Monroe co-starred in The Prince and the Showgirl. Oh, Laurence Olivier, of course. I have it right here. He's the director of that film as well. And I actually like that movie better than the new one. I wasn't crazy about the new movie. Hugo, of course, The Muppets. Yeah, so that's what I've seen recently. As far as what I got for Christmas, I got the special edition of Batman Returns, which has been around for a while, but I've never actually owned it or seen the extras. So I'm looking forward to listening to Tim Burton's commentary and seeing if there's deleted scenes and what have you. Maybe there are any deleted scenes. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at it much, but I started listening to the commentary, which is fun. Christopher Walken's great. And the special edition of E.T. Now this has both the digitally remastered and new special effects version of E.T., which I'm not interested in, but it has the original version as well, along with a lot of featurettes involving the cast and the making of the film. particularly fun is the reunion that they have. They got like 6 of the principal actors in the movie, as along with Spielberg, to sit down and just talk about the experience of making the film. From what was this, 2002? Yeah, 2002 was the 20-year anniversary. So this disc is actually almost 9 years old already, but I've never owned it. I've only owned the VHS of E.T., which was the very first movie that I ever bought when I was a kid. I was 15 years old, I think, when it came out, and I bought it like it was the first movie I ever bought. And I've had that VHS for a long time, but I can't play it anymore because the tape's broken. But of course, this is a long-time favorite of mine. And Batman Returns is my favorite of the pre-Christopher Nolan Batman movies. It's a lot of fun. Finally, I got another special film as a gift, and that is this one right here, Love Stalker. And I have a t-shirt as well from this film. This was actually made by friends of mine. One of them is from St. Louis, and they shot it there. Hopefully you can see that clearly. I don't know if the reflection is getting on. I should have put on more lights. But basically it's about a guy who is sort of a player. He's always trying to score with women, and then he meets a girl who he really likes a lot, and he's trying to be emotionally genuine with her, but he's not doing a very good job because he's not used to that. He's used to telling a lot of lies and basically putting forth a persona. So the question is whether or not he's actually going to, be good in this relationship, whereas he is not interested in relationships. As a comedy, done on a low budget, 20 grand. They did the whole thing for 20 grand, but it's on DVD now. You can order it, and it's actually going to be showing here in Chicago in February 17th. So I'm really looking forward to inviting people to come along and see the movie in a theater. You can order these, of course, and you can see the trailer on YouTube as well. I'll put a link in the low bar for the trailer. So watch it and tell me what you think. And maybe you'll be interested in seeing the film as well. It'd be great. Doing my bit to support the movie by getting the word out about it. Yeah, that's what's up with me. And really looking forward to more from you. Sorry about your collab channel. I had some problems with my collab channel recently as well. We all got locked out by a hacker, unfortunately. And I know your collab channel isn't doing anything anymore, but I hope to see more videos from you. And keep those bloopers coming because they're the best. And for all those of you who aren't familiar with Kayla, of course, her channel name is Cinematic Adventures 1. I've got a link to that below as well. Nice talking with you. See you again soon. Bye.